We will be live right now. Any second, we are live right now.
We are
Yay!
live. Yay.
This is an oddball time, so we may or may not have a lot of people live, which is just fine. For those of you who are joining us, yeah, Peg's not Jeff. That's
I am not Jeff West. Will the real Jeff West please stand up?
This is Peg Duchesne, and she is probably the #1 supporter of the book launch. And yay! So we're so thankful. And Mr. West is under the weather at the moment. He had thought he might pop on, but that changed at the end. He's not feeling that well, so he's laying down taking care of himself. And I luckily Peg decided to pop on and help me out here. So
Happy
that's
to do it. Team Blue,
awesome.
Team
Team
Blue.
Blue. Yeah,
Feel
so
better, Jeff.
I'm yeah, I'm coming to you live from actually, where am I? I don't know what part of the city I'm in, but I'm in New York City, about a block and a half from Avon Products, Avon US headquarters at One Liberty Plaza. I was there all day in meetings. We were there yesterday a little bit. And matter of fact, I've got to make sure I don't run over at 5:30 because we are going out to some special dinner thing. They wouldn't tell us where to. And I'm supposed to be changing and gussying up, which that's not going to happen. I don't gussy.
Well, you
So
look gussied enough already.
Gussie. Yeah, and you know what? I had planned to wear this and that awesome jacket that looks really good together. I wasn't planning on wearing these shirts alone. I have a white or red and blue. The guy running the heating system mode over at Avon headquarters is on crack. So the heat is like 80 in the meeting room, and we're all like with the jacket. Right.
Well, wherever you're going tonight is probably jacket
Oh, yeah,
worthy.
that'll be
Yeah.
right, and then walking back, we didn't walk back last night, we Ubered because one of my friends is blind, so it was pouring rain. I think it was the first night, and I got soaked coming back, but anyway, what I wanted to talk about, if you don't mind, hey, there's Teresa and June and Daniel. I haven't seen you on here a long time, Daniel. Yay!
Hello,
And
hello. I am not Jeff West.
thanks for clearing that up for us. So yeah, I don't know what why it's good to come to a place, because you and I just got done being together, being roommates in Salt Lake City when we attended the promptings powered by Send Out Cards premiere event there. Yes. And for those of you who may or may not know, my core business is Avon, but I have side hustled Send Out Cards for 14 years, and it's a passion thing for me. I mean, I love Send Out Cards. I love Send Out Cards. I can't say it enough. But Peg does it more. You're side hustling it too, but you know more about it than I do, I believe.
Well, if I could just add that it was so fun being with Lisa and watching her in action. First off, she had done a podcast with the Promptings founder, Cody Bateman, about, I guess it's been about a month now, right? And many people who were at the convention had watched the podcast. And as soon as they saw Lisa and her blue hair, they were like, "You're the lady with the blue hair." Like, what gave it away, right? But it was so great to watch Lisa in action, really shaking hands and meeting and greeting. And one of the things you may remember in the book is that there was mention of an autograph book and getting autographs. And so Lisa had sent herself a blank card. This is mine. You know, I take lessons from the pro, and Lisa said, "I do a card." And so I said, "Well, I'm going to do a card and I'm going to take it." So to see her take her card down to the breakfast table, take it to the training convention center, all those things, and interact with people and get their addresses was really fun to watch her in action. And then she had scheduled one afternoon when we had a block of free time, come and meet and greet, and a handful of Avon representatives who knew Lisa came, and I got to interact with them as well as Lisa. And they were so happy to see her. And she autographed all of our copies of our books that they had brought with them, because Lisa didn't travel with a suitcase filled with books.
No.
She said, if you want an autograph, bring the book with you,
Your book, yeah.
which was really smart. And just so fun to see her in action. And then the way she uses send out cards in her Avon business is phenomenal. She recognizes all of her teammates when they rank advance, or when they do great sales, or when they have their anniversary of being with the company for X amount of years, and of course, birthdays, and just really is a model user of the great platform that Send Out Cards is. And now Send Out Cards corporate name is Promptings, powered. Send Out Cards is the main thing of Promptings, but we got to see the ribbon cutting of the new corporate headquarters, and just such a thrill to be with you, Lisa. So thank you. And I'm sorry Jeff is under the weather, but last week I was with you in our hotel room and I got to pop my head in. This week I get to actually have a seat at the table. So thrilled to be with you.
We might have already said something, but it was fun. For those of you that are my Avon buddies, like Daniel, who's on, was in San Antonio. I don't know, Daniel, did you end up seeing Jeff? Because he came. That's the only time I've met the man. Was right at that event I saw you last at, Daniel. But I'll see now.
Well, and it was at that San Antonio event when you met Jeff West in person that he saw you working the autograph card, and that's how that aspect of the story got into the book.
Daniel said I briefly saw him when you met him. Yeah. And a matter of fact, of course, we saw him on the Zoom the whole time. So when he came in the door, I recognized him right away. But that was pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. And you might have seen me talk about this on another one, but I was still at the point where I was trying to impress Jeff because he's so accomplished more than me. Anyway, so I'm thinking to myself, oh, I hope there's some representatives still here, because it was Monday and a lot of them left, because I thought Jeff came there to make sure this wasn't a horrible mistake partnering with me. Yeah, he didn't realize he was signing up for a coaching job, though. That poor man, I call him to get coached all the time. Matter of fact, he's helped me through this meeting. I'll text him and I'll go, oh, because I hate corporate meetings. Daniel said it was fun, and so was the autographed card. Yeah, we're going to do that the next time. They didn't tell us yet, Daniel. I don't know yet. I think that's tonight, isn't it? Oh, now I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night. They're going live from this place with us here, and they're going to announce the location of the convention.
That's so fun.
I can't spill the beans. I know one other time I did spill the beans and I got in big trouble, but I don't actually know them. I don't know the beans.
It's tomorrow night. The announcement is tomorrow night.
I don't know the beans, or I'd spill them, Daniel. That's why they don't tell me anymore. Oh, but all my buddies are here. Bibs are here. We've been sharing an Uber over there. Everybody, there's a whole bunch of Joanna Niederheiser, Linda Monavon, a whole bunch of people are over there that you know. Daniel, Janet's on from Ireland. Janet Leonard. Yay.
Janet from Ireland, I think, has perfect attendance on these Thursday nights.
Yeah, she does. She stays up late to watch us usually.
It's probably exciting when you change it from 7 Eastern to 5 Eastern, because it saves her 2 hours. But
yeah, I'm wondering where we're going tonight. Daniel says, but you ran into the location online. No one at Avon told you. Okay, Daniel, I'll tell you a secret. I made that cover story up. Actually, somebody did tell me. Yeah, that was a cover story, Daniel. It's long enough after the fact that the people are all gone that I had that happened for. Somebody told me I wasn't supposed to spill the beans. I did find out that it was on the site. That's why I use that for cover story. But it was a cover story because somebody actually did tell me. I didn't run across it. So
speaking of cover stories, I don't have it with me to hold up, but Lisa gifted me when we met in person the cover story of her Avon van wrapped when it was on front of the magazine. And so now I have a copy of that magazine. I've so cherished that. So thank you, Lisa.
Can I tell you how that happened? How that turned out? How that?
I think I've heard the story, but I'd love for you to tell anybody who doesn't know.
Oh, okay. She's talking about the PT Cruiser magazine. I was on the cover of that. Now, how that happened is, and I tell the story because sometimes you have to, when you see an idea come in your head or you see something that might be possible, you have to pursue it until it works, because that one has gotten me business even now. I still have some of those left. But anyway, so I was driving a PT Cruiser at the time, and I just thought it was fun to get the magazine that matched the vehicle. So I had PT Cruiser magazine, and I always used to think, because I had the wrap on it, wouldn't it be cool if I could be on the cover or something? And then one month, and I don't even know what made me read the editorial, because I don't normally do that. I read the editorial, and it said, she was like making fun of people who want to be on the cover. And then she said, so many people ask her that she decided to make it a thing and do like a lottery where you give a big enough donation to her charity, she'll put you on the cover, but you don't know you're bidding. So what I did was I contacted her first, and I said, if I win this bid, will I be able to buy as many copies as I want? She said, yes. I'm in then. So I bid $5,000. And at that moment in my life, $5,000 was a lot of money. But I thought, I don't think anyone else will do that. And I was correct. So I got to be on, and they sent out a professional photographer who spent a whole day, and that whole spread on the inside from pictures all around my town and stuff. But those I used professionally, used pictures for a long time.
And where were they?
Right in my town. He came to my town. Yes, Ware, New Hampshire. Good one. Yeah, Ware, New Hampshire. He came to the town with a professional photographer, and they did that whole thing. And then when PT Cruisers were no longer a thing and they shut the magazine down, she contacted me, because I bought more than anybody else ever did, and asked me if I wanted the rest of those issues for 50 cents each. I bought all she had.
Yes,
I'm just getting down to where I don't have that many anymore, because that was like probably 15 years ago already. And I still use them. Isn't it you that like the story about I left one in a hotel?
Yeah, I love that story. And the next time you went back to the hotel, tell them what happened.
Oh, so I left it with a tip, and I just signed it, thank you for taking good care of us, because I was staying with someone else, and left the money inside the magazine with the magazine open. The next time I happened to be back in that area, there's a wall near the elevator bank, and I was looking, and they were like famous people that had stayed at the hotel, and the magazine was there. I know, the magazine was framed. The cover was framed on the wall, and actually, I don't think it was the cover, it was the page I'd signed. They tore the page I signed out and put it up on the wall. And when I first saw it, though, I went, oh, that's me. I like gasped and yelled and everything. It was hilarious.
Well, let's be clear. I think they tore the page out and then framed it, right?
They did, yes.
Yeah. You made it like they just push pinned it into the wall.
Oh, no. They framed it, and it was up on the wall with other actual famous people.
Well, and let's incorporate a rule from the book into this, the naughty rule. When you first did the wrap on your car, didn't that get you into a little bit of trouble? Talk about that.
Yes. Well, it wasn't like a lot of trouble, but what happened was I decided that there were 15 Avon representatives in my little town of Ware, New Hampshire. It seemed like I had two choices, right? Be the only one, or choose something else to do. Make the people in town believe I'm the only one is more like it. You know what I mean? Just be out there enough that people believe I'm the only one. So that's what I decided to do. And my strategy was, if I'm in enough stuff and doing enough stuff in town, I will be perceived as the Avon rep. And I was telling, I've got proof that works, because my ex has a business called W&W Buildings. You'll notice that doesn't have the last name on it, or the first name for that matter. So they wouldn't know how to give that to him. And once we moved out of the trailer park, he got a bill down there by mistake from the hardware store. And the lady that bought our trailer wrote on the envelope, doesn't live here anymore, no longer at this address, delivered to Avon lady. Now, there were still 15 Avon reps in Ware, New Hampshire, and they brought that to me without any last name or first name or anything. They
Wow.
brought that to me. So to me, that means I'm doing my job right.
Well,
So,
and that's the rule of make sure enough you can be successful at whatever you want to do as long as enough people know what you do. And what a
yeah,
great way to tell them what you do. Great
yeah,
job.
exactly. And you know, as here, they were kidding me because I'm anti-name badge when I go. Daniel will know this. When I go to convention and stuff, I don't wear a name badge. And that's because if I'm doing my job right, everyone already knows who I am. So I'm not wearing one here. They're all wearing a name badge.
Well, and at the convention we were at the training we were just attending, you didn't need a name badge because you had your blue hair. Everybody knew you. So
I know. I'm keeping it blue. This is working for me. Yeah, and
so
you know
fun.
what's funny is the send out cards one that we just went to. It felt like a homecoming, unlike any. I've been to 4 or 5 of their things. Well, maybe even 6, 5 or 6 of their things, and to have people know who I was before I got there was nice. Yeah, it felt
Very
like
cool.
when I do an Avon event, it felt like that because people knew me before I got there, which was
Well,
nice.
since I'm substituting for Jeff, let me just say Facebook user, we can't tell who you are. Somebody said, hi, ladies. And somebody said, Lisa, every time I watch you, I learn something new and awesome about you. So
Oh, thank
yay.
you. And
Facebook user, whoever you are that wrote that, we can't see it. And
look at
Daniel
that.
said
Yeah.
he's coming into town tomorrow to see some of you. So
Oh, nice. Well, Daniel said no name badge, no hugs. Now I've been hugging like crazy. Oh, you know what, Daniel, you'll love this because you know Tim Brown, Daniel, right? I've got like this crush on Tim Brown because he's gorgeous. He's married, but he's gorgeous when a girl can dream. But anyway, so now I'm doing this thing. Every time I see Tim Brown, I'm like, oh, Tim, I haven't seen you yet. And I give him a giant bear hug, except I've done it 6 times. He's like, what are you like? Don't remember anything from one minute to another? I'm like, yes, that's correct. So I managed to get 6 hugs out of him. Yeah. So Daniel, that's what we're doing. Oh, I cannot believe you're hugging. I know no one can. I was an anti-hugger for years.
see what the pandemic did to people?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. That's pretty funny. So anyway, I wanted to show you a couple things I got today, if it's okay. I know the people in the audience are going to want to know. We're getting nail polish back at Avon. We haven't had any for probably 2 years. And this is one of the wheels. You know how they do these so you can paint it? And then you can do this with your, put it on you so you can see what it's going to look like. So these are some of the colors coming out. And they don't have a blue one, but yeah, you can't no account for taste, really. I want everything to be in blue, right? And this is, they give you a little notebook, just like a send out cards when we had the little notebook we could write in.
Right.
This is
Right.
the one for
Very
that.
nice.
And of course, I get a name. What is this? Is a name plate that I didn't use. Yeah, but we got a backpack full of new stuff. And this is awesome, but just a couple of the, I won't drag everything out, but I was excited to see a couple of these things, and I'll show you. Oh, I don't even know what to grab first because I like everything so much. They must have gave, oh, it's got to be a few $100 worth of stuff. Avon's always good about that. We get swag bags at convention and everything. This is the shower tabs, the lavender shower tabs. I got a box of those. These are already for sale in the book, though. So, but some of this stuff I hadn't seen yet, including, this is my favorite thing in the backpack, so why I grabbed it. This is vitamin C body butter, which I'm a fan of body butter anyway. So that's awesome. So we have a lot of products on this line already. So that's a nice addition. So, oh, who forgot? I forgot. Don't forget my souvenir. Oh, that's got to be Brooke Sanitas. Brooke was already asking me what I was bringing her back. I thought I told you if I had a spare man, I'd bring you him. Lisa, are you feeling all right with all the hugging? Yeah, this is, oh, you know what? We're staying at a hotel where they have free, is this Prosecco? I don't even know how to say the wine name.
Prosecco.
Jeff would know.
Oh, nice.
Is it Prosecco?
Prosecco. Yeah. Very nice.
And when you walk in, everybody gets it free from like 4 to 8 or something. So that's awesome, huh? Facebook user says, I can't wait for the body butter and scrub. And Daniel says, I have them. Amazing. Oh, the shower tabs. I want to try those. I haven't seen those yet.
So how do the tabs work? You put them in the shower as the shower's going. Oh, wow. Yeah. Lavender. That'll make you sleep well.
I think it's not, it'll last for more than one shower, if I understood that right, too. The water will cause the steamer to bubble, and the steam will help diffuse the fragrance. And I saw in the demonstration, they had like on a plate by itself. So I think it might last for more than one shower, depending on how long you stay in the shower or how wet you get the tab. That would be my guess. But they came out with a whole line of things in this lavender. Facebook user said, I cannot wait for sunless tanner and vacuum. Oh, that must be somebody that was there today. Either that or you were seeing us post pictures. Because, excuse me, I don't know if you know this, Peg. Sorry about the burp. That one. LG, the South Korean company, owns Avon US. And they are showing us products that might go into the line. And one of them is a vacuum that rivals Dyson, but it has some extra awesome features. Like the Dyson one, the little compartment, you take the lid off and have to shake the stuff out of it. On the LG one, you put it in its docking station and push a button, if I got this right, and it sucks the stuff out of it, so you're not having to do that.
Wow,
So
that's
it's
awesome.
a whole bunch.
So LG, like the Life is Good. Wow, that's great.
TVs and stuff. Yeah, and why that's awesome that they own Avon US is because we've been getting stuff from their lines on our line. So we sold the LG boom, like the boom box, not a boom box, but a bar, sound bar.
Oh, yeah.
And then LG headphones, earbuds or whatever. We've been able to sell some of their products, and now we're going to get even more from what they're saying. So that's awesome. Daniel, no, Facebook user said, works well with the mist. I set mine on a dish on the floor out of the water, direct water. That's the tabs. Yeah, and matter of fact, they gave me another room spray in that lavender, and I love that too. Daniel said, Senses Gratitude is the most exciting bath and body launch in a long time. I love this. Yeah, you're right. And they had a lot in the line too, didn't you think, Daniel? You know what I mean? More items in there. And Daniel said, Bluetooth speaker too. Oh, yeah, we did a Bluetooth speaker. I've got all those at home. Oh, yeah, Scott, thanks. Scott said, drink more wine. Drink more wine there, Wilbur. See, I call him Easter Day because we're like in the military. So this is a book called Avon. Well, I call it Avon Home, but it's Avon Living because they used to call this stuff Avon Home. I heard the Facebook user, I heard the candles are going to be great. Yeah. They got a lot of really good stuff coming up. So anyway, this is a lot of home kind of products in here. Yep. And I'll try to see if I can post this in my on my team page. But what was I looking at in particular? I don't think it's in this book, but they've got some new jewelry coming out. And you know how I am about my jewelry. They got some, this is one we're selling right now. They got some new jewelry coming out. That's awesome. I can't wait to get it all. I love the jewelry. Anyway, it's going to 2 meetings in a row, those lot. Because
you have some other trips coming up next week, and then you have a Cancun
out
of the country.
Denver. Yeah, that's out of the country. I got Denver coming up first, and then Amelia Island, which is Florida. After that, I'm speaking about how to do a book launch down at an indie book fair. And the one in Denver, though, I'm attending. I'm attending an event on my birthday, February 4th. For all of you send out card users, please send me a card. I'd love it. Love it.
I already put yours in the mail, Lisa.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm also I'm going out there to see Robert Noel Peterson and go to that event with them on Saturday, which is my birthday. Hint, hint. And they said, why don't you do a seminar while you're out here? So I'm actually resurrecting. A lot of you have been to, it's called Marketing Ideas for the Wild at Heart. When I used to do that particular topic, I did all local stuff, like putting up posters. I had all these ideas that were local, and now it's going to be a mix of online ideas and local ideas. I know Scott's flying out for it. Yeah, Scott Easterday's
Very
going to
cool.
Denver for that. So that's awesome. We're going to have fun no matter what. Facebook user, what is your address for the birthday card? I'll read it to you, but you also can find it by Google searching me or whitepages.com. It's 733 South Stark, Stark Highway. And the name of my town is Ware, Weare, New Hampshire.
Where?
Where? 03281. You were laughing because I did that to about 3 people right in front of you. By the third one, you knew it was coming, right?
Well, people would come up to Lisa and they go, "Oh, Lisa, it's so great to meet you. You're the lady with the blue hair. Where do you live?" And she goes, "You're right. How did you know?" And they're all confused and they're like, "What? No, where do you live?" And she goes, "Yes, I live in Ware, New Hampshire."
When you live in a town that small, you got to go with what works, really. Yeah, you just got to do something.
Well, you're the #1 postal customer in your whole town, right?
I was. I'm not sure if I am at the moment, but it's reasonable that I would be, because I spend a lot on the mail. The only thing is I'm now using stamps.com, so I don't know if they get credit for those sales or how that works for them. They are required to pick up my mail, so it must be. So yes, you know what?
You send wristbands out.
Right. Well, we send a lot of stuff out, but I don't know if I'm the biggest anymore because I haven't asked in a while. But yes, indeedy. Someone was just asking me that today, and that's not bad to wrap up talking about. Is they don't know me that well, haven't met me and known me that long. You've known me a little bit longer, so I bet you when I say this, you already will know that's not what I'm about. But this person said he was concerned, and he didn't say the same words I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it so you'll know exactly what he meant. He was concerned that I was money hungry. And I said, I hear that a lot from people who don't know me that well. And that's because I like choices in my life, and I'm willing to work hard for them. I also, even if I didn't need the money, I would want the money to be self-sufficient because I always want to have the ability to pay all my bills. So even if I happen to run into a sugar daddy, for example, I'm still going to work because sugar daddy could drop dead at any moment and I could need to pay all my bills myself. The other thing is just plain my creative outlet in life is the complexity of having my own business. I can pull all these little things and do all this stuff and create all this business out of my own mind. And I love that. Like the book, for example. Oh, Daniel said you will be top on delivery next week. What do you mean? You will be top on delivery next week. What'd I do, Daniel? Oh, good. Okay. And Sugar Daddy better keep his socks on. Also, whenever Daniel and I go anywhere together, we're both looking at the same men. Let's put it that way. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I won't tell her, Daniel, about the breakfast. Yeah, we had a breakfast and he was flirting with the waiter, as was I. Yeah, Peg was rolling her eyes how much flirting I was doing, weren't you?
I was, but it was a lot of fun.
That was funny. You go, I was.
You make it memorable, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think, well, Daniel has known me for quite a while. So is Scott. Is that, yeah, I'm kind of like a hurricane. Rooming with me, you have to have a certain amount of intestinal fortitude, as you now know, right? So we are getting down to 2 minutes. What do you think? That was quick, wasn't it?
We talked about a couple of rules, even though we don't have to because you've unveiled them all, but we talked about a couple of rules. And
I was trying to think of what if we had any other book news. Last week when we were at Send Out Cards, between the two of us, we were really promoting and actually Cody Bateman, the CEO who was there, I thought was very supportive of us by having us come over to that special meeting and meeting everybody, and couldn't have been nicer about the
Well,
whole.
and he even said to you, did you know your podcast is the #1 listened to podcast?
Ooh.
So if anybody hasn't listened to it, we'll put the link in the show notes later. And
well, and I do want to say that, and we got like a minute so I can say this. So I looked at Cody, because I'm bad about doing this kind of stuff. We're going to have a little rally going on here, because I looked Cody in the eye and I said, I promise you, I am going to be the first podcast to go over 1,000 views. And he said, say that again. And I repeated myself, and I said it with all the gusto and sincerity I could, looked him right in the eye. So I'm going to need to come up with a graphic and start promoting it again. And last time I looked, we were like 650. So we're not out of the ballpark. That's going to be doable.
So each one needs to tell another person, and you'll be there.
Yeah. So everybody, if you want to spread that again, I'm going to start posting it again, because I looked him right in the eye and I said, I'm going to be your first one to go over 1,000 views.
Yay. A promise is a promise, and we're going to help you get there, Lisa.
So thank you very much. I know this went quick, and I'll put that graphic up as soon as I have it. I've got to go now to get on. There's one more shuttle before they had one going right now and then one going at 6. So I got to get on the 6 or I'm going to get left. But thank you so much for sub-hosting, Peg.
Well, Jeff, feel better.
Yeah, Jeff, feel better. He probably is either listening or going to listen to the replay. I'll put more pictures on my regular wall from tonight. So I've got some more to post that I didn't post yet. And of course, a bunch of people took pictures. So some of them I'm stealing from the other people.
Thank you for letting me help with Team Blue, and have fun tonight. Keep on doing what you're doing. You're amazing.
Thank you. And thank you so much
with the blue hair
for being #1 supporter. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We'll see you tomorrow, Daniel, and we'll see all of you in the group pretty soon. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.